Bruh, wow, I look like I do coke. Oh my god, hold on. Gotta fix that. I'll be back. Okay, so I put this video on a timer because I can sit you like down here or something, and then I can just kind of fade out. It's really cool, honestly. I don't know. I might play this out now. All right. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be side loading old gameloft games onto my iPhone 15 Plus. That is the reason why I'm recording this video on a laptop, as you probably can tell, because as much as I have other phones, iPhone 8, Google Pixel 6, iPhone 12 mini, all of which are working, they're all dead, and I was not about to plug one of these in just so that I could record this video. So, this was gonna happen. I am going to be using. Oh, come on. Oh, it wasn't empty. Anyway, I have to clean up my floor. I'll be back. Okay, so the game that inspired me to do this is actually Gangstar Rio. It's a game I used to play on my sister's iPad when I was younger. And they would always delete the game. My parents didn't want me to play it because it was like violence and yada yada yada. But I wasn't playing the game because I wanted to kill people and shoot people. I was playing the game because they had cars, and God forbid I like driving cars, right? So anyway, shut up. No. Okay. So I have a second laptop here. This is my Acer Swift X. The laptop that broke, but then I fixed when I was going to take the SSD out so that I could post a listing and sell it for parts. And then I got a little like curious, and I was like, what happens if I unplug all these different things? And it just booted up when I unplugged the CMOS battery. So yeah, I have two laptops now. You know, i7 12th gen? Can't remember the exact specs of this laptop. I'll tell you right now. So right now we are running, yep, 12th gen i7 and a 3050 mobile. Okay, so that's this laptop, pretty solid. This laptop is arguably better. This has an Intel Core Ultra 7, and the can't even remember the GPU right now, whatever. But whatever the case is, that's not what we're here to talk about. This is the laptop that I'm going to be using side store, okay? Excuse me. I was originally looking at side loadly, and then I decided that instead I was gonna use side store because they have the wireless update or whatever, so I don't have to plug it into my computer every 7 days. So the game that inspired this was Gangstar Rio, but it's not the only game off game that I wanted to play because I had a cousin who had an iPad mini and it had Gangstar Miami Vindication on it, and I played it one day, and I just remember thinking it was so cool. I don't think the game is actually that good. It's just that I want to at least get back into it so I can shut up the nostalgia part of my brain that's making me think it's the best thing I've ever played. Additionally, Gangstar not Gangstar. Iron Man 3, the official game. I used to really like that game. I used to play the game all the time. I always wanted to like unlock the different suits, and let's just say they took down the game, and I couldn't download it anymore. So those are some games that I haven't played since I was younger. Because Gameloft just used to be chewing them out, bro, and they were actually pretty good. Like they weren't like modern day game studios where they just like churn out a bunch of nonsense games. They were actually churning out good games, and then they drop support for them for no freaking reason. You know, but I guess it's because they didn't have enough microtransactions to keep you playing. Asphalt 8 Airborne. Ask me, I think Asphalt 7 Heat was a great game. That's probably another game I should actually put on this because that was another game I played on my sister's iPad. But no, we have two Asphalt games running side by side thanks to microtransactions. And I don't even have to say the story between Gangstar Vegas and New Orleans. It's the exact same story. So, there's a whole other topic if we're going to talk about the way that microtransactions ruin games, because just think about how much sooner we would have got a GTA 6 if it wasn't for the success of GTA 5 Online. GTA Online, sorry. But anyway, plug in your device, trust your computer, launch alt server as a administrator, run as administrator. Yes. Wait, hold on, what? Holding shift. click on the alt server icon and tray and select sideload.ipa. Where is alt server? Is that alt server? It's the only thing I don't recognize. Sideload IPA, Naldo, select sidestore.ipa, wait until alt server. Oh, enter my Apple ID and password. Okay, hold on. Where's my Apple ID? Wait until alt server confirms that sidestore has been installed. I'm waiting. Alt server, hello. How long is this supposed to take? Just curious. Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting. Um. Oh, what the hell's happening? Nothing's happening. Oh, it's already installed. Okay, cool. Okay, it just didn't tell me. Um, I did see a new app, and I was like, is that it? But I didn't want to tap on it in case it was still installing. But I guess it is installed. Settings, general, device, VPN and device management. Um, the approval of the developer app side door trust allow. Okay. Now I need to enable developer mode, open settings, privacy and security. Where the hell is privacy and security? Is it in general? There it is, privacy and security. Go to the bottom and toggle developer mode on. Restart. Okay. Next step. First install iDevice pair and set a passcode for your device if you don't already have one, and ensure that your device is connected to your computer via cable. It is. Okay. Okay. So, ready to enable developer mode. Blah, 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 blah. Swipe up to continue. Enable. Yes, 7648. Now everyone knows my code. Okay, go. I know why iTunes is on this laptop. I didn't do a fresh install of Windows when I fixed this. It's just that I did a recently fresh install of Windows before it broke, so that when it fixed, I guess when I originally did a fresh install, I put iTunes back on it because I actually had an iTunes library on this laptop. So this laptop is in fact just where I left it. My bad. My here acting dumb. Okay, so on the home screen, I can ensure that's still connected via cable. It is. It's still trusted. I don't know. On the home screen, the File Explorer, iDevice pair, um, unlocked, open to the home screen. Select device from the menu and click load. It's selected. Okay, load. When a prompt appears, press trust. What the heck is going on? A lot of stuff. Um, your appearing file should appear. Install under side store. Device not found. It's plugged in though. Clear. Install. Success. To update or reset my device. Pairing will become invalid. I don't really update my phone. iOS 26 came out and I haven't updated it because I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the transparency thing. So I'm still on 17. Is 17 the one before 26? I can't remember. Next step, download Stills VPN. Okay, App Store. Of course, the VPN is in here. Stills VPN alternative. In the meantime, stick debug. I'm sure they have a is there a video I saw about stick debug? Let me pause this video. Okay, so now when I refresh iDevice, it allows me to install directly to stick debug. So I'm gonna press install. Success. So now if I go to stick debug, stick debug, setup, heartbeat set, wait, connected, beautiful. Okay. I don't have Stars VPN. I can't get it. Okay, hold on. So now I have stick debug loaded, connected, and it's VPN. So I'm going to use stick debug as my VPN now. My device VPN. I changed it over from Tailscale. It's on stick debug now. So if I go back to side store, uh, it's enabled. Next step, I have to go to side store now. Sign in with the same Apple ID. Nine three two eight seven eight. Revoke your previous. I don't have an old store, so yeah, just revoke it, I guess. Side store is running. The VPN is enabled. Browse apps. Soft refresh automatically. Okay. Okay, refresh now. Keep extensions. now I just need to add my IPA files to this phone, which I could either drag them over in some ridiculous way or just pull up the archive.org on here. Gangstar Rio City of Saints. Is this the IPA or the APK? Go all. It's the IPA. Just download the IPA file. Save files. I'm gonna download it straight to my phone from the Internet Archive. Okay, and then when that downloads or whatever, I'm going to install it straight using the Internet Archive. I mean, what? Using the file that I download to my phone, and then we're gonna test it out. Yay! I don't really have any other games in mind. I can scroll through the gameloft and IPA archive that they have on archive.org, but the only games that I can think of off the top of my head right now are Miami Vindication, Asphalt 7, Gangstar Rio. That's pretty much it. I mean, maybe Vegas before microtransactions. Ooh. Listen, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. See, old Gameloft games. What Gameloft games did I really play as a kid? I played a lot of games, but I did. Sorry, I didn't really play a lot of games. They were like, excuse me. There were just like a couple games that I used to play really hard. Like I used to seriously play those games that I was just talking about. Like, and when I think back of like, well, there's a monster truck game that they had on the iPad that I used to play. I don't even remember what it was called. I just remember they used to be promoted by Firestone tires because like everything in the app was Firestone, Firestone. Okay, let's see. Let's ask ChatGPT. No, I don't want to sign in. Stay logged out. Monster truck game that was on iPad circa 2011. It had a sponsorship from Firestone, I think, because in the game there were a lot of Firestone references. Period. Oh, can you help me out here? Good old chat general purpose tools. I found a team. It was literally just called Monster Truck Destruction, MTD. The game is still sold to this day, and you can buy it on Steam for $4.99. Who would have thought? I wonder if the game is still in the App Store. I'll look it up. Like, I actually look it up here. Hold on. Monster Truck Destruction App Store. Is it still on the Apple App Store? It is. What? Updated as recent as 2 days ago. You're kidding me. I can get this game today. There are reviews as recent as 2022. Physics are realistic. Been playing this game for years. What? Oh, that's cool. Okay, I have Gangstar Rio now downloaded. Let's go side store, apps, upload, recent browse. Not inside store. Is it going to be in Chrome downloads? There we go. Found it. Go. Let's try and install it. Loading. Mm-hmm. Have we seen this? It loaded and then disappeared. Hold on. App is an invalid format. What do you mean? What? Can I search for a game? Gangstar. Um, that the browse section is completely empty. Am I doing something wrong here? No, I need to add sources. That's all. Collection, countdown, repository. Okay. That's Dolphin, virtual machines. What is Flying Head? Oh, that's another emulator. It's just a bunch of damn emulators. Oh my gosh. Whatever. So it said that the app was in an unsupported format. App was in invalid format. It's not a standard .ipa. It is. I swear. Okay. Fine. Let's find another game to download. Then I swear that's the proper game. Okay, let's go. Um, this is David. Never mind. Iron Man 3, the official game. The fact that there are Odin files here is kind of interesting. It's like, what? I'm hoping for the best with this Iron Man game. Because it would not install Gangstar Rio, which is the whole point I got here. Matter of fact, what is the latest supported Android version for Gangstar Rio? Because I could hook this bad boy up and try and download it to that. I also have a Pixel One, a Pixel XL, sorry. So I could hook that up and try. Because I don't know what is the latest supported Android version on the Pixel XL. So I know the last version that this game probably Pixel One. Android 10. So that thing's on Android 10. This is on way more than Android 10. This is on like the current version. What version of Android are we on? Android 14? Android current version. 16. Holy June 2025. Well, 16 just came out. The last Android version I used would have been 15 then. Okay. Um, see, this phone's on. I don't know if it's supported. I know, like, for certain, it would probably be fine on, like, an Android 7, which is what? That's not Android Pie. Android Pie is, like, 9, isn't it? Like, which version is 7? Can't remember which version Android 7 is. But the game was last officially supported Android 5, I think it said, which means that it probably should be fine up to 7, I imagine. But I don't have anything that low. I have an Android 10 device, but whatever. I'm going to test and see if it runs on Android 15. Buddy, we are shooting for the stars right now. Okay, and let's try and install this game. Operation couldn't be completed, permission denied. I don't have the permission. To change permissions, finder, file, get info. How the hell do you even adjust permissions on an iPhone file? Lord have. Oh my gosh. I have another IPA that I can download though. Let's try. Do they have anything like an IPA emulator? Time to look that up. Like a blue stack, but for IPA. How to run IPA on Windows? That's a better question to ask when you're trying to find questions. I mean, answers on the internet. Uh, Answer. It's impossible. Okay, cool. Now, how to run IPA on Mac? Shut up, AI. I'm not interested. PDA life? I thought I said PDA file. I was like, excuse me. Play cover. Drop the IPA. Play cover. Run iOS games on Silicon Mac. Wow. Thank you. I have a Mac, not a Silicon Mac. I have an Intel Mac. I appreciate it. Bruh. Run iOS games on Intel Mac. M1 Macs only. No Intel. See. What is it? Play cover for Intel Mac. Android Studio? There's no way to run iOS games on Intel Macs. Okay, so this is heartbreaking. App installed isn't compatible with the latest version of Android. No Wait, what? It tried to load just now. I gave up. I downloaded a different IPA, 5.1. Let's try this inside store. Come on, at least pretend to care, please. Invalid for how is it an invalid format? What are you talking about? Jay, my best, please. Rio. I'm naming it Rio.ipa. How about that? You better install Rio.ipa. Invalid format. Guys, we are settling, okay? I had no luck. So what we're gonna do is download the APK on my computer, open BlueStacks where I have an Android 7 instance, and we're going to see if it even lets me boot the game. If it does, then what I'm going to do is get the charger for this laptop and plug it in because it's about to die. And I'm going to see if we can get the OBB loaded up, well, the cache file loaded up, and play the game. So I'm hoping for the best here. Where is it? There it is, Gangstar Rio APK. Nothing. Okay, so we're in my bathroom, and the reason we're here is because this is the only place in my apartment that gets consistent Wi-Fi connection, and that's where I keep my Pixel XL, which is what I use with SyncThing to back up everything from my Mango on Google Photos for free. So I'm in here. I'm going to try and get the Gameloft archive because I'm assuming I'm on Android 10. Actually, let me check. Let's go to the about on this phone settings. All right, let's see if Android 10 can pull it off. Please tell me it can pull Android 10. Let's go. So, archive.org. Hold on. Gangstar Rio archive board. I might be asking for too much when it comes to Android 10 because that's like 5 versions ahead of the last version it said it supported. Let's just see what we can do. Android package archive. Download that APK. Open. Install. Open. I don't know what the hell this means. It's in Chinese. Y'all gonna speak Chinese. Okay, MC Jin. Um, Get a photo of that Chinese text and translate it. It didn't tell me it was unsupported. It just spoke to me in Chinese for some reason. So, not tail scale. Here we go. Game lock. Keeps stopping. Is it because it doesn't have its cache file? Okay, let's go. Let's get that cache file then. Okay, show all. That's it. How do you install OBBs on Android 10? I'm so happy this is Android 10 because newer Android versions is just annoying because there's always some backdoor you need to get to try and get around it. Um, Z archiver. Matter of fact, I wonder if I can just open the OBB folder from the actual files app. Let's just try that because this is old school Android. I probably could just use like ES File Explorer or something like that, like the old school stuff. Pixel XL, Android, OBB, and just like that, I can already access the in the default app. Didn't let me paste. Let's see if it lets me move things to the file folder, in which case we might have a different story if I can't move it. But I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'm going to go pee real quick. And then we're going to resume this video when this is downloaded. Okay. So, is it downloaded? Okay, so the archive is done downloading. I'm going to extract it. But after a quick Google search of curiosity, because I was wondering, did my phone just detect the NFC from my other phone and try the Apple Pay? Whatever. Anyway, um, copy this file, extract to Pixel XL, Android, OBB, extract. Extracting one file. But a quick Google search just led me to find something called VMOS, which allows you to emulate Android 5.1 on an Android phone. I'm going to do that on this phone because this phone is way better. It's like higher quality per se. Like it's 6 generations newer than that, 5 generations newer than that one. But technically, I don't know how helpful it's going to be because if you know anything about Google Pixels, you know that they are notoriously bad for emulation. And this is Pixels, this is Google's first phone using their Tensor chip. Pixel 5 got pushed out without the chip because it wasn't ready for release yet. And then this came out swinging with the new chip, which was fantastic, but it sucked at emulation in comparison to anything Snapdragon. So I'm going to hope for the best. I don't have a Pixel 5. But who knows? Maybe a phone that's 5 generations older will emulate better than a 6 because this has Tensor. I don't know which Tensor processor. I don't even remember which freaking number they started with. The only one that's in my head right now is Tensor G3. This must just be Tensor G1. Generation 1? Generation 1? I don't know. You can't trust numbers and technology these days. What the fuck happened to Windows 9? Windows 9? Phone 9. Uh, and why did we never get an S11? But I extracted the OBB file. Let's open Gangstar and see if it works. Wait, what? It's loading. Checking license. I'll resume when it does something. I didn't want to pause it because I wanted y'all to witness it, but it I don't know if it's actually doing anything. I'm gonna let it do that for like another 2 minutes or so, and then I'll just maybe like close the app and try to start it again from scratch. Actually, let's just go press home. What happened just now? Let's open it again. Still checking the license. Unplug this phone because it's at 100 right now. And we'll plug in this other Pixel because it's at 20. I just plugged it in. These phones charge fast. Um, Add device. Get me Android 5.1. Install. Bruh, I'm literally like, I'm using this with no tutorial. I'm hoping for the best. Um, let's work on this guy. Let's pop this camera down so you can actually see what I'm doing. Um, close that app. Let's try and open it one more time, straight from scratch. Hello. This pace about to blow. The hell is Android 5.1 already working that fast? You done with the ad? Thank you. Oh wait, no, you're not done. This is the second ad. App info is blank. This phone is freaking itself out right now. Holy crap, this phone is lagging. Damn. Ah, that's why it's not done yet. The OBB is still getting extracted. My bad. I tried to force it. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot how old technology is sometimes. It's not as instant as you want it to be. Can you just add hurry and be over? And I wonder why the phone's being so damn slow. Like the app's not working because it's in the middle of extracting the files, and the phone's being slow because it's dedicating half of it. Why are there two OBB folders? Why didn't it just make the same folder? I have to copy files over again. Whatever. Um, the phone's using half its processing power to extract the damn folder. Is what I was trying to say before I realized that there are two OBB folders now. A lot of mercy. Oh, phone won't even turn off. Wow. Oh, there it is. Let's be patient with this little guy. You know, he's a bit old. When did this phone come out? 17, 16? Hey Siri, Pixel 1 release date.
The first Google Pixel was released on the 20th of October 2016.
16,
This
17.
is from whistleout.com.
Late 2016. Okay, the file fully copied over. I don't know which OBB is which OBB though. And why do they have different names? What the hell? Let's look rename. What is this one called? Gameloft G4HM. Yeah, whatever. Rename. Wow. It's the same folder, but instead of extracting it to the same folder, it decided it was gonna add a parenthesis one so that it would be a separate folder. My freaking favorite. Not don't even give me the option, because maybe I wanted it to go to the same folder. I have to sit here and let these files copy. At least they're gonna copy faster than they extracted. At least they should. 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left, five. It's going up, not down. Patience, team. Patience. Speaking of patience, this VM has been loading for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. This thing had boot timeout and restarted. I don't know if it's gonna work now. But I do need to submit an assignment on Canvas right now, so I'm gonna go do it. And I don't know, this thing might be done, but I'm not rushing it because, you know, old technology. Um, oh, still working. 4 minutes left. 46%. Okay, do I have to submit the paper and, let's see, picture of your list and iceberg? Okay, sure. My list should be in this book. My textbook, my notebook, my note-taking book. There we go. Oh, if I could start my life from scratch. Try to zoom this in so my teacher can't see that I took this in a bathroom. At least if she watches this video, she'll know that I wasn't doing anything, you know, of bathroom such. It's just that this is the only place where my Wi-Fi is freaking good enough. Ugh. I'm back. To had to freaking light a candle in my living room. I opened my windows because I wanted my apartment to air out and not be musty. And then I went out there just now and I smelled straight kush. Someone decided they wanted to burn one outside my damn complex. And now my living room smells like I smoke weed. Smoke Puppy, 100%. 2 minutes remaining. You gotta give old technology some time. In any event, I think it might be done, perhaps? Okay, it copied, not moved. That would explain why it took so long. Let's delete the second folder. And let's try to open our game. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh shit. I don't know what the fuck this music is. I don't remember this being the intro music. It's working! Damn, this nigga was intense. What the hell you aiming at your head for? Dog, it's not that deep. Um, New game, I guess. Eh, ass. Y'all see all that ass? So it works on Android 10. Cool. Keep touching his dick? What the hell? I don't remember it being that serious. Why do I kind of remember this? He was about to get him some. Now he's interrupted. Use the V stick in the left corner of the screen to walk or run. Hold the sprint icon to sprint. Why's this game low key running kind of good? Give me this taxi, boy. How do you steal cars? Oh, you have to press the car button. They give you a different button for when you're in front of a car. Okay, I'm running. Oh, this dude got some legs on him. Give me the damn taxi. Oh shit, they have a Benz. Fuck this taxi. Oh, actually, I lied. I'm not listening to no Spanish radio. Let's go. Take me to my dumbass. How do you pause this game? Why was I surprised that the music was Spanish? The game is literally called Gangstar Rio. Wow. I wonder if I could get the hack that lets you have infinite money and just use the existing OBB that I have. I don't want to break anything because, like, I finally got something that worked. Let me test it real quick. Gangstar Rio mod APK. APK, if you're hearing me. Let me get the unlimited money mod. Still smells like loud. I understand dope is legal, but there is no reason for you to be rolling that reefer in front of my window. That's just so insane. Smoke that in your car, bruh. Please, smoke that in your car. My goodness. Like, I don't know about y'all, but me personally, the smell of pot makes me like anxious. I don't like it. I don't like it. Not like anxious, sorry. It makes me like what's the word? Like nauseous. Yeah, it makes me nauseous. I do not like the smell of herb. It makes me super freaking nauseous. I don't like it. I don't like the sour scent, Niggas wanna roll up their freaking blueberry yum yum outside my window and now I gotta close my doors and light a candle. Like, I can tell you right now, I would never be a weed smoker. Just because, like, even smelling it secondhand is just like, damn. Like, that shit is. Disgusting. File manager. Install from this source, whatever. Wait, hold on. Where did that APK come from? What? Is that the APK I'm looking for? Because you told me it's going to be 19 megabytes, and I'm looking at 3760. Install. Are you going to hack my phone? Am I installing a virus? I might have installed a virus just now. This is insane. Did I just get bit? Play Protect. Yeah, I haven't seen the app before either. Don't install app. Thank you. What the hell? Y'all told me my APK was going to be 19 megabytes, and I had an APK on my computer that is supposedly the mod APK. I'm going to go to a different source for that mod APK instead of APK Vision, because even though I think APK Vision is where I got it from before, it would appear that they gave me something different. Let's go see what's up with APK done. You done? No, not 907 megabytes. I'm not trying to download the OBB. I just want the APK. Download. Makes me wonder, what does it take to make a mod APK? How do I edit a game to give me money? I already know that the default value is 25,000, which means that if I go in the file and just adjust the default value to be something way higher, does it just work that simple? How simple is like an Android application architecture? Like, is it just like Java or something? I know they used to have Java games back in the day. Bruh, we just opened a completely new rabbit hole. And this video is now going to turn into me figuring out how to modify an APK file. Wow. Why was that blue? How the hell did I get blue just now? I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. Status update. Living room still smells like reefer, but it's okay because my bedroom is okay. Now what I'm going to do is how to make mod APK. How to modify APK files for premium features. APK easy tool, APK tool, Java source, sign APK so we can install it. Okay. This guy is talking about, okay, I'm trying to modify games. Um, Now listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night and everything is blue for him. Himself, inside and outside, blew his house with the blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen to.